I was always a good girl, straight A's, no trouble, only chilled with a couple of friends. I was getting older, everything was changing. Those straight A's vanished, all because of me. I wanted to be like everyone else, go out, get pissed, have fun, but it was never how I imagined it. It wasn't just the alcohol that changed me, it was the drugs. Tried them once, didn't seem to need them, but I still wanted them. More and more, I slowly started to get addicted. Getting arrested, ended up getting kicked out of my own mother's house. I woke up in a park the night after I got kicked out. I needed some more of my gear, but I was broke. The only thing left that I never, ever thought I'd do was beg. I just told him I'd been kicked out and I needed some money to go stay with my dad. But he knew that wasn't the case, so I had to tell him I need some gear. He told me he'd get me some, and asked what I needed. My life had stepped up a class to heroin, so that's what I needed. He assured me I'd have it and even offered me a place to stay. Shelter, food, the most important to me, my drugs. I knew there had to be a catch, but I'd do anything for this. He was freely giving me all this. Dee went out one day and came back with a young girl. Her name was Lena. Lena wasn't supposed to be here. She's an illegal immigrant. The day Dee found her, she'd been out searching for a job so she could provide herself with food and shelter. She didn't care about anything other than that, and Dee knew he could pull her into his little game. She didn't know how things worked over here, and she wasn't one bit prepared for what he had in mind. I started to work for my supplier, Dee. I started out giving out pleasure, which I knew I had to do, to get what I needed. I hated doing it, I despised myself for how I turned out. But these things, you just gotta do. This one day we both got paired up for a greedy customer, so Dee locked us in our room. He came into the room with dark eyes. He had no emotion in his face. I knew he wasn't after what all the others wanted. He wanted something else, to beat me and Lena up for his pleasure. Of course, none of that mattered to Dee. He got a good price.
What the f*** are you crying for? Hey? You worthless piece of shit! You scum! You bitch! You scum!
Enough! Leave us alone!
You think this is enough? I make the decision, okay? I say when it's enough. You don't get to make that decision, okay? I feed you, I give you somewhere to live, I even clothe you, give you your drugs, yeah? You don't get to make that type of decision. You're a whore.
I've turned my life around now and I'm not planning on going back. And for Lena, she's moving on and starting fresh. And and if I may die this moment, I promise myself I will never be that girl again.